liked. But it's 3-0.
I gotta say, Min is so classy. If I lost a game like that, my mouse would have been deep in South Carolina by now. That was just the fact that was a nail biter. I know it's hard to do this, but Min has to take some inspiration from that. He is one resilient dude. Wow, what a high octane battle there at the end.
That was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. And Min did everything right, but unfortunately, even with the knight in the white position, a lot of people would have lost that game. Blundered a fork, but not Magnus, and he goes right back to the same offbeat King's Indian.
What? No, Min is... This is the thing, right? It just starts compounding. The issues start compounding, getting your own head, and he's just blundered the punt.
And we see there, he's quite unhappy with himself. Because he's better than this.
Yeah, but this is what Magnus does to people, and sometimes you actually sack the pawn on G2, and Min is trying to make the most out of it. He's trying to, he's trying to make it work for him. The problem is this construction is so solid. You can play H5, but Black is just not going to react to that at all.
This is a great position for a bullet game. Unfortunately, there's 5 minutes on the clock nearly, so it's just not going to work out.
Yeah. Queen H4 coming. Min's king is stuck in the center. I mean, he needs an off-ramp. The problem is, even if you go queenside castles, Black has these mating patterns with knight c5, and then bishop takes d4 and knight b3. So, from the frying pan into the fire comes to mind.
And we see there that the pre-match prediction was 76%. The current win probability is 87%, and I would even argue that feels a little bit generous because Min has yet to get on the board. And that's what we were really looking forward to. Is he's a 3,000 plus rated blitz and bullet player, but he's really struggled, Danya, after that first game, which was quite good. But he's very quickly spinning totally out of control.
That was an unexpected turning point. I mean, you don't usually think that the first game of the match, of an SEC match, is going to set the tone, potentially for the rest of the match. But the rules are different when you're playing these top guys. You need that extra boost of confidence. And if you stop believing that you can even win a game, no matter how favorable the circumstances, this is going to start happening. And we've seen these crazy blowouts. For Min, he needs to put an end to this right now. I mean, 39 minutes left.
advantage, but it's the hardest to actually win that position. As with 5 seconds on your opponent's clock, you suddenly just wait for them to lose. We're in a very similar situation here, but I just don't see it. I mean, I think Magnus is going to put his king on f7, and what do you do with white? Rook g7.
Yeah, the nature of the winning positions that Magnus has had thus far in the match, there's different types of winning positions. Sometimes you have an attack, and, the path is narrow, you need to calculate. Here the path is Ditsky. I mean, it's anything wins. And that's such a crushing feeling. Like, your opponent has 6 moves that keep the approximate evaluation. Where is the swindle going to come from?
The path is Ditsky.
I've made that pun before, by the way. I've repeated that.
Okay.
I made that pun a couple months ago.
All right. That was slick. Magnus is now 2 pawns up, and white does not have any counterplay. None. That's not an understatement. I mean, the rook is one of the rooks is about to go to the H file, the other's going to go to the A file, and Min is moments away from resigning this game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to say. I mean, there's not much to say to contribute to the understanding of this position, because there's nothing to understand here. Bishop takes e4. He's going to be 4 pawns up. Once the rook okay, calm down, Engine. It's a simple tactic, but it's the cherry on top. It's the flag planted on top of the mountain.
Yeah, we made it. If you take back rook e4, and black is 4 pawns up, recovering the bishop, and Min sits back because he's not happy with the way that this has started.
Yeah, this has been complete domination from move 20 of the first game. That's when things started turning around. When Min allowed that knight g5 move. Had he traded queens, he would have been much better in the first game. You just never know. And again, the match isn't over. He'll be down 4-0. Levy, the first step is at least make a draw. At least convince yourself that it's possible.
I would play rook takes e2 here for absolutely zero reason. King e2 and bishop d5 and just be 5 pawns up. But Magnus retreats the bishop, and that's it.
He's as many pawns up on the board as he is points in the match. He leads, yes, 4-0 in the blink of an eye. That's how quickly things go from equal to bad, from bad to worse. This is bad. Levy, he is just facing the prospect of a total disaster. Min needs to turn the narrative here.
And I think Magnus just got a bonus point. They